Class 297, let's get going. Pongámonos en marcha. Let's get going, let's get going, let's get going. Point 2618, page 288. Continue with irregular verbs. How many classes, Richard, did you teach last week? Last week I taught 5 classes. And this week? This week I've taught 3. Okay. I taught, I've taught. I took, I've taken. How many pills did you take yesterday? I didn't take any pills yesterday. And today? I haven't taken any pills today. How many jokes did you tell yesterday? Nope, I didn't tell any jokes. And today? No, so far I haven't told any jokes. How many jokes did Marta tell you last week? I think she told me 5 jokes last week. She tells me a joke every day, usually. I think, Marta, you told me 5 jokes last week, right? Yeah, okay. And so far this week? She's told me 2. You haven't told me a joke today, eh? Hey, when the class is over, okay? Do you have a joke? Okay, she has a joke, so she's going to tell me a joke. But she hasn't told me a joke so far today. How many times, Richard, yeah? How many times did you think about the social problems in Sri Lanka last month? Last month, the social problem, problemas sociales in Sri Lanka. To tell you the truth, to be honest, I didn't think about the social problems in Sri Lanka last month. I didn't think about them. I didn't think about them. And this month? No, so far I haven't thought about the problems in Sri Lanka, the social problems or political problems with the Tamil tigers. All right, but I think about social questions a lot, but I haven't thought about any social problems today. Did you think about your wife yesterday? Well, yeah, I thought about her, and I saw her. Have you thought about her today? Yeah, I've thought about her. Did you think about the political situation in Spain yesterday? Well, yes, a little bit. Yeah, I thought about the political situation a little bit in Spain, but not seriously. And today, have you thought about the political situation? No, I don't think so. I don't think I've thought. No creo que haya pensado. I don't think I've thought. En español, uno diría probablemente, creo que no he pensado en la situación política hoy. Española. Creo que no he pensado. En inglés se dice, no creo que haya pensado. Empezamos con el negativo. I don't think I've thought. Aquí tienes los dos. Think, thought. I don't think I've thought about it today. I don't think I've thought about it today. All right. When was the last time you threw a baseball? The last time I threw a baseball, wow, Jesus, was 15 years ago? Oh my God, I need to throw a baseball. All right, I need to throw a baseball. When was the last time you threw a basketball? Well, the last time I shot a basketball was about a year ago. Now, to throw a basketball to another person, I haven't thrown a basketball to another person in maybe 2 or 3 years. All right, 2 or 3 years. And when did you last wear a tie? The last time I wore a tie was about a month ago. Have you worn a tie lately? Well, a month ago is lately, but I haven't worn a tie in the last few days. Can you hear Olegario? Finally, he's back. He's back. Do you remember Olegario? He's the man upstairs with the drill. Drill es un taladro. Drilling for some reason, and we can never locate Olegario. It's a mystery. Olegario is a mystery. We call him Olegario. I don't know his name. He stopped. He stopped. I hope he doesn't start again. I hope he doesn't begin again. All right. Richard, how many times have you won the lottery? Well, the big prize, the jackpot, El Gordo, no, I've never won first prize in the lottery. How many times have you won? How many golf tournaments have you won in your life? ¿Cuántos torneos de golf he ganado? I think I've won about, I know I've won 6 golf tournaments in my life. But I won those tournaments when I was a teenager. In fact, the first tournament I won, I was 11 years old. So I wasn't a teenager. Then I won the biggest tournament I have won in my life, I was 12. So I was still very young. I wasn't a teenager yet. I was still a kid, a child, but I won a tournament, the biggest tournament, and the biggest trophy I have. I won when I was 12. All right, win, to win, to write. How many books have you written, Richard, in your life? Well, including English books, I've probably written about 15 books in my life. How many love letters have you written? Oh my, I don't know. It depends on your definition of love letter. Classical style love letter, maybe I've never written a classical style love letter similar to the love letters 100 years ago. But I've written a few. Love emails? No. All right. When was the last time you wrote a letter to your cousin? My cousin. I only have one cousin. Well, one first cousin. I've never written a letter to my cousin. I've never written a letter to my cousin. And when was the last time you wrote a letter to anybody? Yesterday, I wrote a letter to my girlfriend in Barcelona. Really? Yeah. Do you have a girlfriend in Barcelona? Well, it depends on your definition of girlfriend. She's 87 years old. Yeah. She's 1 meter 52, but she's a powerhouse. She's pure power. Wow. Margarita is her name. And so she doesn't use a computer, so she writes letters. And the letters are so nice. She writes letters in English, and her English is good. She writes letters, and so I answer her on a tarjeton that I have. So I write a thank you. So I wrote a thank you note. Yes, I didn't write a letter. I wrote a thank you note. And I don't know if she's 87, maybe she's 84. Yes, but she's a wonderful lady, a wonderful young lady. And she's my doll. She's my doll baby in Barcelona. All right, write, to build. Yes. How did you build your business? Yeah? With silver bells and cockle shells. Yeah. How did I build my business? How did I make my garden grow? Hard work. Focus, attention, and hard work. Yeah, that's how I built my business. How did I build my business? I built it with hard work, perseverance, patience, focus, and a little bit of intelligence, but more is hard work. How did you become a television star? I'm not a television star. I'm a television teacher, all right? And nobody comes, hola semana, 5 días, or no, 5 días, no, 10 minutos. They don't come looking for me. The paparazzi are not interested in me, all right? Because I don't have there are no scandals, and I'm not famous enough. So, I'm not a television star. I'm a radio star. But video killed the radio star. But in my case, no. But how did I become a star? I don't know. Simply by accident. By accident. Muchas cosas pasan por accidente. But if you're prepared, the opportunities, many opportunities are accidental. Boom! An opportunity falls. I'm here. And an opportunity falls. Opportunity. If you're not prepared, you can't take advantage of the opportunity. So it's very, very important to be prepared. I'm not a Boy Scout, but the motto El lema. The motto of the Boy Scouts is be prepared. Very simple, simplistic, right? Yes and no. Sienta cátedra. Estas dos palabras. Be prepared. Because if you are prepared, opportunities can be taken. And you can take advantage of opportunities. So be prepared. Be prepared. Se dice mucho en inglés, when the opportunity arose, I was prepared. When the opportunity presented itself, I was prepared. Okay. So, build and built, catch, choose. Richard, yeah, why did you choose the teaching profession? I didn't choose the teaching profession. The teaching profession chose me. I had no intention of becoming an English teacher all my life. But in 1974, I needed to make money to pay the rent. Pagar el alquiler. I needed to pay the rent. So I started teaching. Until today. I'm still teaching. I haven't finished yet. Okay. To be born. Point 19. I was born in Texas. John Kennedy was born in Massachusetts. Ronald Reagan was born in Illinois. Napoleon Bonaparte was born on the island of Corsica. Adolfo Suarez was born in Cebreros, in the province of Avila. Alcalá Zamora was born in Andalusia. Yes. And more people. Let's see. Angela Merkel, the current Chancellor of Germany, was born in East Germany, in the Soviet Germany, Soviet bloc. Yes. Ataturk was born in Turkey. Thomas Jefferson was born in Virginia. Franklin Roosevelt was born in New York State, not New York City. He was born. Where were you born? Me, I was born in Houston. How old was your mother when you were born? She was 29. How old was your father when you were born? He was 28. How old was your sister when you were born? When I was born, my sister was 3. She was 3. Yes. How old was Inés Garcia when you were born, Richard? She hadn't been born yet. All right. So, where was Inés born? She was born in Seville. Where was Akimorita born? He was born in Osaka, Japan. Where was Li Tong born? He was born in Shanghai, China. Where was Paula Eisenbach born? She was born in Munich, Bavaria. Baviera. In English, Bavaria, Bavaria. She was born in Munich. When was she born? She was born in 1998. She's 22. She was born in 1998. She was born last century. All right. When were your children born? When were my children born? My daughter was born in 1980 and my son was born in 1984. Okay. And when was your sister born? My sister was born in 1948. And when was Prince Charles, the Prince of Wales, born? He was born in 1948, too. How do you know? Well, because I know that my sister was born in the same year that the current Prince of Wales, Príncipe de Gales, the current Prince of Wales was born. So, the Prince of Wales was born. Yes. How old was, who was the President of the United States when you were born, Richard? Harry Truman was the President when I was born. Oh. Who was the Chancellor of Germany, West Germany, when you were born? Konrad Adenauer was the Chancellor of West Germany when I was born. Who was the head of the Politburo in the Soviet Union when you were born? Joseph Stalin. He was still alive when I was born. How old were your grandparents when you were born? Were all of your grandparents still alive when you were born? Yes, all 4 of my grandparents were still alive when I was born. How old were they? They were 60 or 61 years old when I was born. All right. To be born. Yes. To be born. How many babies are born every day? Son dados a luz. Dice aquí son paridos. Y es cierto, la palabra parir is to bear. Bear, bore, born. Wear, llevar puesto, wore, worn. Tear. Tear, tore, torn. Siguen el mismo patrón. They follow the same pattern. Tear, tore, torn. Wear, wore, worn. Bear, bore, born. I was born. Born in the USA. Okay, negative questions. I'm not happy. Ask me why. I'm not happy. Richard, why aren't you happy? Aren't you? El hermano de Menchu. Yeah. Why aren't you happy? Yeah, I'm not happy because I'm not rich. Poor guy. Poor Richard. Why aren't you rich? I'm not rich because I don't have any money. Why don't you? Otro hermano, don't you? Yeah, why don't you have any? Otro hermano de Menchu. Yes, de Carmenchu. Why don't you have any money? I don't have any money because I don't have a source of income. A what? A source. Source is fuente, origen. Income is ingreso. No tengo fuente de ingresos. I don't have any money because I don't have a source of income. And why don't you have a source of income? I don't have a source of income because I don't have a job. Why don't you have a job? Why don't I have a job? I don't have a job because I can't find a job. I can't find one. Why can't you? Otro hermano. Carmenchu. Can't you? Why can't you find a job? Well, I can't find it. Why can't I find a job? I can't find a job because nobody wants to hire me. Nadie quiere contratarte. No, nobody, no one, nobody wants, third person singular. Nobody wants to hire. This is contratar personal. Nobody wants to hire me. No, no. Why doesn't anybody want to hire you? Fíjate, nobody wants to hire me. Why doesn't anybody or anyone? Why doesn't anyone want to hire you? Well, nobody wants to hire me because I'm not qualified. Qualified. Si no reúno las condiciones idóneas para nada. I'm not qualified. Why aren't you? Otro hermano. No, el hermano de antes. Why aren't you qualified? I'm not qualified because I don't know how to do anything. You don't know how to do anything? No, I don't know how to do anything. Well, why don't you know how to do anything? Well, I don't know how to do anything because I didn't go to school. You didn't go to school? No. Why didn't you? Anda, es el quinto hermano, ¿no? De Carmenchu. Yeah. Why didn't you go to school? Why didn't you? Didn't you? Why didn't you? Enlazamos y decimos como chufla. Why didn't you go to school? I didn't go to school because I couldn't go to school. I wasn't able to go to school. Why couldn't you go to school? Couldn't you? Why weren't you able to go to school? I couldn't go to school because I had to work. And why did you have to work? I had to work because my father couldn't work. Whoa, really? Oh, wow, my. Why couldn't your father work? Well, my father couldn't work because nobody wanted to hire him. Well, wait a minute, that's a vicious circle, Richard. Why didn't anyone Why didn't anybody want to hire your father? Well, nobody wanted to hire my father because he didn't know how to do anything. You're talking in circles. Estoy hablando en círculos. Yes, a vicious circle. Yes, but that's the negative question. Why aren't you happy? Why didn't you? Contracción. Estoy haciendo la contracción con su fonética, con el you. Pero es obligatorio a la hora de hablar y, si me apuras, de escribir con contracción aquí, cuando la pregunta es negativa. ¿Por qué no estás preparado? Why aren't you? Pronunciación, aren't you? Why aren't you prepared? Why aren't you ready? Eh? It's time. Why aren't you ready? You're supposed to be ready. I told you at 1 o'clock sharp. Why aren't you ready? Why aren't you? Why didn't you tell me? ¿Por qué no me lo dijiste? Why didn't you tell me? ¿Por qué no vinieron antes? Why didn't they come? ¿Por qué no han venido todavía? Why haven't they come? Why haven't they come yet? I'm going to say sentences in the negative, and then you ask why. All right. This table isn't black. Why isn't the table black? There aren't any green pencils in the cup. Why aren't there any green pencils in the cup? I don't use that microphone often. Why don't you use that microphone often? It's not raining. Why isn't it raining? Oh, because the sun is shining. Inés Garcia isn't intelligent. No. Why isn't she intelligent? Because she's brilliant. Es más que inteligente, es brillante. She's brilliant. Yes. I don't love Inés. Why don't you love Inés? Because I love another woman. Yes. And Aki Morita doesn't live in Japan. Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. Not now. He doesn't know. Why doesn't he live in Japan? ¿Por qué no vive en Japón? Why doesn't he? Why doesn't he? Why doesn't he live in Japan? He doesn't live in Japan because now he and his family live in Louisiana in the United States. We haven't finished the book yet. And why haven't we finished the book yet? Because we're still on Unit 26. All right. I'm still a teacher. I'm not young anymore. And Richard, why aren't you young anymore? Well, because Father Time, el tiempo, time passes, time goes by. Yeah, because I can't stop time. No puedo parar el tiempo. I can't stop time. One time I tried. I said, time, stop. And time didn't pay any attention to me. And it continued inexorably. And why couldn't you stop time? Because I'm not all-powerful, omnipotent. I'm not all-powerful. I can't stop time. So, las preguntas negativas. For example, Zimbabwe isn't a strong country. Why isn't Zimbabwe a strong country? Because it doesn't have political stability. Countries with political stability usually become strong. Okay. Why doesn't, the President of the United States doesn't smoke. Joe Biden doesn't. Why doesn't he smoke? Why doesn't he smoke? Franklin Roosevelt never came to Spain. Why didn't he come to Spain? Why didn't he come to Spain? Joe Biden probably won't come to Spain. Joe Biden will probably be president for 4 years only because of his age. But he probably won't come, futuro ahora, no vendrá seguramente a España. Who knows, maybe, but I doubt it. ¿Y por qué no vendrá? Why won't he come? Siempre contracción del negativa. Why won't he come? Why won't he come? Why didn't Donald Trump didn't come to Spain? Why didn't he come? Why didn't he? Barack Obama came to Spain, I think, once. And his wife came twice. Huh? But Angela Merkel, has she come to Spain? Well, she hasn't come to Spain lately. And why hasn't she? Why hasn't she? Why didn't she? Why doesn't she? Why won't she? O sea, no vino ayer la Merkel, como se dice aquí. Pobre hombre, pobre mujer. Angela, se dice Angela con G dura, Angela Merkel. She didn't come to Spain yesterday. Why didn't she come? In fact, she doesn't come often. Ahora presente simple. Why doesn't she come often? No vendrá mañana. Why won't she come? Y no ha venido últimamente. She hasn't come lately. Why hasn't she? Why didn't she? Why doesn't she? Why won't she? Why hasn't she? See you tomorrow.